Next tonight, an independent review says that the death of a teenager with Down syndrome was a tragedy that could have been prevented. An inquest found that 18-year-old Lorraine Schuler suffered malnutrition and dehydration. She was on her own after her mother died at their home in Nottingham last year. Well, our social affairs correspondent Jeremy Ball can tell us, it's heartbreaking, this, Jeremy.
Yeah, and really serious questions here about child protection, because Lorraine was so dependent on her mum, but no one raised any concerns after a desperate 999 call. Now, the background to this is that Lorraine and her mother, Alphonsine, moved here from Cameroon 9 years earlier. Their inquest heard Alphonsine stopped engaging with local services, including social care. Their bodies were found at their home on Hartley Road last year, and that inquest heard Alphonsine probably died of pneumonia 3 months earlier, and that Lorraine may have survived for weeks with no one checking up on her and no way of getting help.
We've heard this said that were missed opportunities. So what were they? You know, what more could have been done?
Well, we heard at the inquest that Alphonsine had called an ambulance to say that she was cold and that she couldn't move, but that was wrongly labelled as an abandoned call. And the coroner also questioned whether care teams had raised or should have raised concerns and asked the police for welfare checks. Now, today we saw what's called a Safeguarding Children partnership review, and that talks about shortcomings in recognising neglect. It talks about agencies not properly understanding Lorraine's disabilities and also not understanding cultural reasons why her mum might have turned down more support, and that was partly down to fear and mistrust in a new country, they say.
We often hear, don't we, about, lessons have been learnt, but do you think anything is actually going to change here?
Well, yeah, we've heard today that 13 separate recommendations have been accepted by the Nottingham Safeguarding Children Partnership. Now, those include the system around home visits, training around race and disability. There are lessons for the ambulance service as well. Today's review did praise some of the professionals who worked with Lorraine, but the partnership says, look, we have already made changes as a result of this case, and it described the deaths of both Lorraine and her mother as a profound tragedy.
It certainly was just that, a profound tragedy. Jeremy, thanks very much indeed.